Guys, I've got 5 altcoins on sale now, dramatically on sale, that are going to be great buys, I believe, for July, specifically because in June, right now, they are very, very cheap. Now, a few of these coins are actually time sensitive, meaning that getting in now, or at least knowing what I'm about to tell you now, is going to play in your favor. So without further ado, let's take a deeper dive into these projects. Now, project number 1 is none other than Render Token. Now, as you guys should know on this channel, I'm only going to give you good projects. I'm not going to just because a project's cheap tell you to buy it in June to hope it's going to go up in July. I'm going to tell you to look at projects because there's some good reasoning behind it, and if worse comes to worse, there's still good projects. There's nothing worse than buying an altcoin and you feel like you're stuck with it, but you want to keep selling, right? So I'm never going to give you a bad altcoin. Now, Render is one of those coins that I absolutely love. And as you can see on the month, right, the last 30 days, I almost said 12 months, it's down 25%, okay, which is actually quite significant. Now, I must say, if we zoom out here for a second, it's actually quite a bit up from the start of the year, okay? It's like 4x up. Now, yes, that obviously doesn't mean it's a good time to buy, but essentially, if you're someone that wants to accumulate Render tokens right now, then yes, we are in a bit of a dip. Do I think it's going to go lower? I definitely do. But the reason I am bringing you Render Token today is because Apple may partner with Render, okay, which is huge. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind this. I'm going to be very, very brief and just give you like what you need to actually know and then tie it in towards the end. But guys, ultimately, TLDR is just essentially there is nothing kind of announced just yet between Apple and Render Token or its parent company, but Apple actually mentioned one of the features the parent company's created, right? 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗩𝗡, which is like a GPU rendering software in their launch of this AR/VR headset, okay? Which is quite important because yes, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's clear writing on the walls, but I'm taking this information in and saying, hey, look, we're in a bit of a slump right now. We really don't know what's actually going to happen to the price of Render. Anything could happen this year. So at least if anything did happen, I want to be a little bit exposed to it. And that's kind of the whole philosophy in this case, okay? But let me actually go ahead and clear things up, right? So our product link to the Render Network RNDR, which offers distributed GPU rendering on blockchain, was mentioned in the Apple event on Monday as part of the keynote event, which again was the 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗡. It was expected that in the 2023 Apple Worldwide Developer Conference, that they would make an announcement that a crypto integration, between Render and the Vision Pro headset, okay? Because obviously the Vision Pro headset will require lots of computations, right? It's going to obviously need to render quite a bit. It's all augmented reality essentially, right? But that would be perfect for Render because that is Render's main purpose, okay? And it is distributed, decentralized. So obviously, it's going to take full advantage of this whole narrative, okay? However, no market-related feature or update was mentioned during the WWDC conference, yet Apple appears to be in a reasonably fair place to partner with 𝗡cie, which is the parent company of Render and also the 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗡 creator, the company whose CEO is also responsible for founding the Render network, okay? So yeah, it kind of just goes on from here. Everything I've pretty much said thus far explains all you really need to know. And again, essentially my reasoning behind this is just because, look, it's a great project. It is on a bit of a dip right now. I do, again, think it will go lower, but I want you guys to at least understand the gravity here. If Apple ever did partner or use the Render token, it might not be publicly announced, but you can damn well bet the price is going to go up for infinity and beyond, essentially, okay? And remember, we're only at the precipice of this whole new space. You can damn well bet Meta and other sort of leading companies like Apple are going to implement and create their own sort of VR, AR headset, which will mean that there's going to obviously be a lot more rendering involved, right? Which is perfect for a project fit for that role. I'd like to briefly interrupt and just say, if you are liking the video so far, if I am providing you value, to please take the time to just quickly like the video. And also, if you really do enjoy what I say and my content in general, please hit the subscribe button. I post a video every single day, and there is 2 videos a day coming very soon. Thank you so much. Back to the video. And now the big blue bad boy, Chainlink. Now, guys, I love Chainlink. And before any of you think to yourselves, Karen, you talk about Chainlink every other week. What is it now? Well, guys, I'm going to say it for the record, right? I think Chainlink is a fantastic project and a buy right now. I mean, look at this. This is the last 12 months. Essentially, you can pretty much say this is the bear market chart, which it really is, okay? Anything before this, and we start diving into back here in the bull market, and you can see it's been trending sideways. Okay, now, before any of you jump the gun here and say, oh, it has terrible economics, just give me 1 second. I'm going to explain it to you, right? So yes, we had a massive slump over here recently. If we go into the 1 month chart, we're pretty much up back to this level over here. But still, guys, I want to say we are a lot lower than when it has peaked in the last 12 months. Now, I definitely think that Chainlink has a very, very good chance this year to shooting well and truly above $5, $10, $15 maybe. And I don't know why I said $5, but $10, $15 because, well, they're integrating what's called the 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗩, cross-chain interoperability protocol. This is going to be like the TCP/IP or like the internet layer for pretty much crypto, right? It's like the quant of crypto, essentially. So you'll be able to connect smart contracts to smart contracts on other networks directly through the middleman, which is Chainlink, right? No more have to go through these complicated bridges. You're going to have one essential bridge across the whole entire network, bringing all the different islands together. Finally, okay, we haven't got this yet. And I want to say, for those of you who are like, oh, well, Chainlink's got pretty bad economics, there's no token absorption, so on and so forth. Guys, I'm here to tell you otherwise, right? Because this is their upgraded economics 2.0, and they are strictly focusing on token absorption, right? Token value. And that's words that were specifically mentioned in this massive article over here that you guys can go ahead and read yourselves. I mean, if I just scroll up here, I'll probably be able to find it for you, right? So value capture, they're focusing on value capture, which has been a problem in the past for Chainlink and why its price hasn't soared above where it is, because obviously Chainlink is used everywhere. Now, I want to read you this paragraph, which is kind of towards the end of this massive sort of 2023 network vision, right? And this just goes to show that they're anticipating a lot of demand to come from 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗩, okay? We are building a new technology that will have increasingly important effect on how internet-based society operates. Cryptographic truth/guarantees as the new minimum standard for the majority of the digital transactions and relationships. $867 trillion market. Realizing this shift in how society works will require continual adaptation and the challenging of previous assumption to consistently deliver the best product market fit, right? So hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Essentially, the real juice comes now. Great technologies are built through their ability to adapt to reality, which will require changes in direction based on what market realities and user needs have shifted towards. For example, we've recently seen the shifts towards market data versus other types of data with DeFi, along with the need to occasionally reprioritize key features that have grown in demand and therefore merit greater attention. Example, cross-chain interoperability protocol, which will also mean the slowdown of features that decrease in demand as well. So what they're essentially saying here in plain words is that they're trying to focus on the bigger market. As they say here, $867 trillion market, and ideally they're reshifting their focus to what the market needs and where the money is, which is 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗩, and they're also looking to bring in the economics 2.0 as well to actually absorb this new demand. So it's going to also service previous demand and new demand. Guys, extremely bullish on Chainlink here. If you really have the time, I suggest giving this blog here a read. It's not hard to find. I might leave it down below for you all. So yeah, that is why I'm bullish on Chainlink. Now, specifically for the next month, I am anticipating, again, they did mention that they're going to bring out 𝗡cie𝗿𝗡𝗩 this year, that if they don't bring it out in July, guys, we're in the next half of the year. They only have 6 more months to go before this thing is out. So either way, I believe there's going to be lots of demand on the way. And what's up next? Well, actually, like you saw with the thumbnail, I'm actually going to group these next 3 all together. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, like what the hell, you're just like going to drop all 3 of us at the same time? Yes, and this is why. Most of you would have heard the news by now. It's Polygon, Cardano, and Solana. But hear me out, right? If we click the last month, right, we're actually down quite a significant amount on all of these projects. As you can see, we're at 66 cents right now for Polygon. And guys, a month ago, we were at 91 cents. Okay, so if you invested $1,000 now and it went back up to the same price it was a month ago, you've gained like what, 50%, okay, which is insane. So you turn $1,000 into $1,500, you guys know the drill. It's quite a bit of money if you start playing around with big numbers. Cardano, for example, as well, as you can see in the last 12 months, again, the bear market, we're actually down a lot more right now, but again, check the month, right? Up at 36 cents, we're down at 29 cents. So yeah, we're talking about cents here, and it doesn't sound as sexy as talking about like the difference between $100 and $150, like for quant, for example. But these actually, add up, right? Anyone that's been in the bull market before can tell you firsthand how exciting a 2 or 3x is. Nevertheless, 5, 6, 10, 20x, like everyone keeps talking about, right? It's very exciting when you make money. So that's why I bring it to you guys. There's a high chance that it's going to shoot up. But actually, let's just talk about Solana real quick, right? Same sort of situation, okay? It's about $3 or $4 down right now. I think it's going to actually go a little bit lower than what it is right now. Okay, it might not. It is crypto. Things tend to be the opposite of what everyone presumes they are. But as we should all know, we've got 3 exchanges now, have delisted one or all of these projects, okay? So one of the main projects being Robinhood, as we'll get to in just a second, has told their customers they have to have all their funds out by June the 27th. Now, I'm over in Australia, so we're a day ahead, but right now it's June 26th. So roughly about 2 more days for those of you in the US, okay? So Bakkt follows Robinhood and 𝗡ście in delisting major altcoins, right? So they've got a full report here. So again, 𝗡ście halted purchases of Algorand, Decentraland, and Matic, okay? So let's have a look at Robinhood first. Starting June 27th, the California-based financial service company Robinhood said it will delist tokens declared securities in the US Securities and Exchange lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase, okay? So they include obviously Cardano, Polygon, and Solana. Now we are talking about a fair bit of money here. So Robinhood right now holds about $1.3 billion worth of alts, and according to the calculations by this gentleman over here, it's about 583 million in those 3 tokens, right? And again, June the 27th is the day, so what happens on that date, no one will obviously know for sure whether it's been sold already or what happens, but essentially you can expect there to be some sort of market turbulence, at least prepare for the worst. So these projects can get a lot cheaper in the next few days, which obviously would be really, really beneficial to hold in July, right? We're not talking about 10 million % gains here. We're talking about a nice, juicy percentage, because ultimately, again, guys, the difference between, you know, someone making $1,000 and someone making $500 isn't really all that much. It's going to still be making money and feeling the same sort of emotions, okay? We can move on over here to Polygon, Cardano, and Solana, delisted from Bakkt 1 week after Robinhood. Again, guys, so same sort of situation here. And then if we head over to 𝗡ście, again, they mentioned that from 6 a.m. ET on Wednesday, July 12th, US customers will no longer be able to open new positions on Algorand, Decentraland, and Polygon, okay? So this only really applies to Polygon for 𝗡ście, but Bakkt has those ones as well. Now, Bakkt is a big exchange, okay? It's actually owned by Intercontinental Exchange, which is the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, okay? So these guys ain't no joke, right? So yeah, I mean, look, this is kind of obviously bad news. It is, but it's going to open us up possibly to even cheaper prices than they are right now. And if it does, obviously, I suspect they're going to go up in price as well. So yeah, again, we're scalping here. We're not really getting these massive 300x gains, but guys, any money's better than no money in my opinion. That all said, guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's videos. Again, these are my picks going into July as a possibility to do extremely well. And I hope you guys do take full advantage, do some more of your own research, of course. And again, this is not financial advice, just out here giving you some personal tips, right? So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye.